Hi everybody, and thank you for tuning in to today's episode. And today we are bringing back and greatly improving a very new and exciting product, the Kush Knife, which is the cannabis multi-tool. Now, about 5 years ago, we collaborated with a company and launched the Kush Army Knife, which was a cannabis multi-tool that had a lot of attachments that cannabis users would use frequently. However, as that item, we were getting parts from several factories to assemble and make the custom cannabis multi-tool. Let's pull up a picture of that old knife up here. We were bringing in the tools and placing them all together. Some of the factories stopped making the tools, so we came back, went to the drawing board. Several customers reached out and said that this concept was too good to let up on. So after a couple years, some molding fees, we have come out with what we believe to be the perfect cannabis multi-tool, the Kush Knife. So let's jump right in to talk about what makes this knife special. Now, first of all, don't judge a book by the cover, but it's definitely got a nice box. So the Kush Knife is going to come inside of a box. Every time that you get the box, just open it up. Each knife is actually going to come with one of these nice fabric knife pouches that also has a belt loop clip on there for those of you who are in the outdoors, want to use this cannabis tool for everyday carry. It's a very good functional tool. Let's get a close-up here of the actual case. Here you go. So here's the knife case. As you can see as I pop it up, we simply just have two little pieces of Velcro here. This is a brand new knife, so it is inside of a little plastic baggie for seal. And then you would seal it up, flip it over to the bottom, and you have the sealed belt loop here for transport. So what makes this knife special than any other knife? Well, the accessories are specifically tailored towards the cannabis user. And as you can see here, I have each one of the accessories open, and now we're going to go ahead and do a quick close-up and briefly discuss each one of the accessories. So going in here, we have our aerial view. As you can see, every one of these accessories is very nicely, has its own slot. So when the knife is transported, everything stays flush. As you can see, it is closed over here. Now here we have it open so that you can see all the accessories and we can go through them. First and foremost, what's most important is the knife component. As you can see, the Kush Knife insignia right there. This actually has a extra sharp blade, so you can use it for any tools that you would have a knife on. Now, a lot of people ask, is this a lock-back knife to where the attachments lock in once open? So it's not one of those where you have to push a button to release the lock, but it does have the spring tension set to where once you get it here, there is a lock, so it's not like it's just going to close on you. You have to actually apply a little bit of force to get it going, so we dialed it in to be at a good resistance level as well. Next up, next to the knife, we have our dab tool right here. As you can see, it's a molded tool, so it comes in one piece. It has a nice little curve on there, so you can scoop and go ahead for all the different types of dabs and concentrates, from solids to the less solid ones, from the cake batters and sugars to the shatters and all of that. Then here we have the spring-loaded scissors. Scissors are always in good use. These are actually spring-loaded, so you're going to have a negative resistance on it. Once you push it, it will bounce back, so you can have continuous cutting action without having to manually reset the scissors to cut. Now let's jump over to the other side for the other tools. Over here we have our little poker pipe clearer here. It actually is pretty sharp. I would say this is comparable to something like a metal toothpick, so you could get in there, scrape, or break, get loose any of the items that could cause a clog in a pipe or bong. Then over here, what would one of these tools be without having a bottle opener on there as well? Moving on from there, we have a magnifying glass. Now, everybody knows these magnifying glasses come in handy for a couple different things. One of them is you can always hone in and get a really good look at those flowers. Number two, one of our high frequency users swears by this and uses this as a solar pipe ignition system. I personally, within our office, we haven't tested that aspect of it, but we're going to go ahead and trust our high frequency users that this is can also be kind of, let's say, a solar emissions free lighter. Let's put it that way. We have that, and then last but not least, on this side, we have our so-called Roach-Clips. Now, what's unique about these is that it's not just some standard alligator clip from the hardware store. This is a molded tool with a teeth pattern so you can get a good grip, but the spring is tensioned differently, so it has less tension on there, so it will still get a good grip onto the little cigarillo blunt end, whatever you want to call it, and you can go ahead and get a clip, but it's not going to be so firm that it's going to cut off the entire draw or airflow to there, so it's going to make it more functional in that aspect than as you look at, you know, alligator clips that are from the hardware store. A lot of them, they will actually damage the exterior of the unit, making it to where it's going to compromise the airflow. So all of these go ahead and fold in to their respective places here. As you can see, we'll go ahead and do a close. You can hear them clicking into place, and when they're fully opened and fully closed, you will know because they will click in, and that will mean that it is in a locked position. So as they close, you'll hear a click, which means it will be in a locked position. Sometimes they will be in the locked position. And here the knife is fully closed, is ready to go back into the holster, protective case and carrier. As you can see, the insignia is nicely embroidered right here onto the flap of the insignia. Now, just to show you how sharp this knife is, without applying much pressure, we'll go ahead and just give it a little cut. Voila. Well, thank you for tuning in to today's episode, launching the new Kush Knife that is available on our website, www.vapehoneystick.com. You can also see further details of the knife at www.kushknife.com. If you like this knife and want a special promo code because this is involved in your everyday carry cannabis multi-kit, then make sure to use my special promo code HONEY420 for 20% off the Kush Knife and several other cool items from vaporizers and all kinds of accessories on www.vapehoneystick.com. If you like this video, make sure to hit that thumb button, give us a like, drop a comment in the comments below. You'll catch me interacting there with you several times. Subscribe to this channel if you want more information on cannabis accessories as well as a lot of stuff on vaping. And just a pro tip, in the event that you are selected to be on one of those hit shows like Naked and Afraid and they give you one tool to leave you out in the woods for your survival, if you are a cannabis user, I think it's pretty obvious that you make it the Kush Knife. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure that your cannabis accessory using responsibly. Until next time.